Hello, everybody. Tony Lee Peters here. How are you? I'm very well. Thank you for asking. So, today I'm going to talk about how to be more self confident in 5 easy steps. But before I get into that, I just want to say a big shout out to Sharon, one of my friends who I bumped into briefly in town today. We said a quick hello. Sharon is an avid watcher of these videos, so thank you very much, Sharon. Much love to you, and I'm really looking forward to catching up with you properly and going for a coffee sometime. Okay, so how to be more self-confident in 5 easy steps. Now, all of the information that I'm going to share with you on this video will be made available on an information sheet, and you can get your own copy by typing the words "I am confident" in the comments below, and I will send that to you via Messenger. Okay, so self-confidence. What is self-confidence? Well, self-confidence isn't an emotion, it's an attitude. And it's an attitude that's made up of an action and emotion. And it's a high vibrational state. So we all want to be operating from a high vibrational state, because when we don't, it can seriously negatively impact our lives and the lives of other people. So low self-confidence, on the other hand, is made up of a lack of action and primarily a fear-based emotion. Now, anything that's based in fear means that we're operating from a low vibrational point of view, and that's something that we want to avoid because it's not going to be serving us or other people well at all. So the first step is to look at ways of increasing your vibration. Because by increasing your vibration, you are attracting a lot more positivity to yourself. You're expelling positivity out to other people, so you're positively affecting other people. So one way of increasing your vibration, a really good, quick, easy way, is through physical and mental exercise. And one of the best ways is by combining the great outside with your exercise. So it could be that maybe you want to do some exercise in your garden, or maybe you want to go for a walk in the park or walk along the beach or in a forest. If you're quite limited in the kind of physical exercise that you can do, then just get out into nature and do some kind of mental exercises. There's loads of apps that can help with mental exercises and mental activity. But the main point is to get outside and do something active, either with your mind or with your body. And be kind to people and be kind to yourself. Now, that's another really good way of increasing your vibration. And I've spoken about kindness before in previous videos. And I know that kindness is kind of viewed in society as a weakness, but it isn't. Being kind is a real strength. Being kind to yourself is, you owe yourself kindness, and you owe other people kindness too. I can't stress that enough, this idea of promoting kindness. That will really help raise your vibration. The other thing is something that I've spoken about in a previous video, which is the triple C formula. So it's my own formula. It's to be committed to the process. So commit yourself to the process of becoming more self-confident. Be consistent. So be consistent in your approach. Follow the steps that I'm guiding you with. And the third C, is creativity. So be creative in your approach. So look at creative ways that you can help to raise your vibration in this instance. For example, look at alternative ways that you might be able to raise your vibration. One way I can think of locally for people that live in the Hastings or St Leonard's area is that there's a new sound healer that's just opened recently opened a sound healing practice in St Leonard's, and his name's Russell Penn. You'll find him on Facebook. He does some amazing work on healing people through the power of sound and through his voice, and raising people's vibration. So look at alternative areas in your locality. Look at alternative healers. Look at other ways to be creative in trying to raise your vibration. So step 2 is working through fear, because low self-confidence is made up of a lack of action and fear-based emotion. You want to look at whatever it is that you're fearful of, and I mean, there's a saying, isn't there, to face the fear and do it anyway. But I find that it's better to tackle things in small chunks. So set yourself small personal challenges. Because if you were to face a fear head on and face it completely in quite a massive way, if something was to go wrong, you could take 3 steps back from where you were at the beginning. So it's a lot easier to, and a lot kinder to yourself, to set small personal challenges. And I'll give you a very quick example. So when I had my low self-confidence issues, one of the things that I was unable to do was to go shopping at a reasonable time, because I was fearful of other people. I didn't have the I felt that I didn't have the confidence to go shopping with other people around. It sounds crazy now, but it was a very true and a very just awful time for me. So the way that I was able to deal with that was I found that originally I was shopping, I was going to 24-hour supermarkets that were open 24 hours a day. So I would shop at 1 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock in the morning because there would hardly be anyone around. So the way that I challenged that in small chunks was to go to a store at 9 o'clock in the morning, so as soon as it opens, because again, there wouldn't be many people around, but I was going at a more reasonable time. And once I became comfortable with that, I would then change that to 10 o'clock in the morning, and then 11 o'clock, and then 12, until I was able to start enjoying shopping at a more reasonable time, like everybody else. So it's setting yourself small personal challenges to face whatever it is that you're fearful of. The third thing is affirmations, personal affirmations and meditations. Now, I've done a video on affirmations before, so if you haven't watched that, you'll find that on my YouTube channel or this Facebook page. And it's definitely worth a watch, because I go into more detail about how to create your own personal affirmations, especially around confidence. Now, the thing with affirmations when it comes to confidence is you want to make sure that your affirmation is based in the present and it's positive. Because I see a lot of people creating affirmations that end up negatively impacting their subconscious. And I'll give you another example. So when it comes to confidence, a good affirmation could be, I feel more confident. Well, actually, what you're doing is you're telling your subconscious that you're lacking in confidence. So a better affirmation would be, I am confident, or I am confidence. Make it present and make it positive, and try to write your own. I mean, it's great to recite other people's affirmations. You can go online and you can find a whole list of affirmations. I mean, I even created a list of 10 affirmations for confidence issues. But use those to inspire you to come up with your own affirmations, because they'll have a much better effect on you. And with affirmations, again, the triple C formula: be consistent in the approach, commit to the process, and be creative. So consistency is key with affirmations. Repeat your affirmations twice daily, and don't just repeat them, feel them as you say them out loud. Feel the emotion behind the affirmation. For myself, I mean, I still do affirmations. I do affirmations for all different things, not specific. I don't do any affirmations around confidence anymore, because I feel that I don't need to. But my affirmations may be around goal setting, or about the law of attraction, that kind of thing, and about increasing my vibration. So the way that I do my affirmations is I will repeat them twice a day, but I also write them down twice a day. So every day in my journal, I'm repeatedly writing down my set of affirmations, and I'm coming up with new affirmations. It's just a way that works for me. Find a way that works for you, but consistency is key with affirmations. The same thing with meditations. Now, there are some really good apps that you can download that are like guided hypnosis. So they're meditations that are geared towards increasing your confidence. So by all means, use those, or maybe come up with your own meditation, write your own meditation script, and then record it on a phone, or record it on your PC or laptop, and play it back whenever you need to. But again, consistency is key with meditation. Try with meditation, even if you're just doing meditations once a day for 5 minutes, that's better than nothing. Number 4, power poses. Now, this is my favorite. It's a bit stupid, but it really works. So there's been some research recently, or a few years ago, that showed that people that practice power poses dramatically increase their feeling of self-confidence. So what is a power pose? Well, a power pose is a pose that you put your body in that demonstrates power. So it can be something that's quite personal to you. I mean, to me, the most obvious one that springs to mind is Superman or Supergirl. So hands on your hips, chest out, back straight, standing up, looking to the side, looking really powerful. I mean, it looks stupid, but it works. Just put your body into a position of power, a power pose, and practice that for 2 minutes every day. Research shows that it works. You've got nothing to lose. Try it. Maybe try it on your own, so without anyone else around. So that works really well. Power poses. Number 5 is a really important one, and it's to do with looking and working on your limiting beliefs. Now, we all have limiting beliefs, and most of our limiting beliefs about ourselves stem from things that have happened early on in life, very often in childhood, through no fault of anyone else's. I'll give you an example of what I mean by that. So when it comes to limiting beliefs, the first thing to do is to ask yourself the question, why do I have low self-confidence? And from asking yourself that question, you're then able to look back on where your limiting beliefs came from. Because having low self-confidence isn't something that you're born with. It's something that you've conditioned yourself with. So it's something that you've taught somewhere along the line. It's like a self-taught belief that you have about yourself, and it can be corrected. No one should be living with low self-confidence. So you ask yourself, why do I have low self-confidence? So for me, one of my answers to that was that I felt that I had nothing of value to say to anybody. So then I asked myself the question, well, where did this idea come from? And I was able to pinpoint 2 specific instances in my childhood where I felt I had nothing of value to say. And looking back on it, it seems stupid, but it had such a profound effect on me. And you'll find by working through your own low self-confidence issues, you'll find areas in your life that may be may sound stupid to other people, but have had a profound effect on you. And they are the things that you need to be working on to help with your low self-confidence issues. So this idea of me not having any value of anything to say to anybody came from, I can remember asking my parents for help with homework. I would have been quite young. I guess it could have been primary school. I remember going to them, asking them for some help with some homework. Now, maybe I asked at the wrong time. Maybe they were too busy. Maybe they were doing something else, but they were quite dismissive. And through no fault of their own, it was just one of those things. Now, a year or so later, I can remember being in a classroom and the teacher asking a question, and I knew the answer to the question, and I knew that I had the correct answer, and I put my hand up, but the teacher didn't pick me. The teacher picked someone else, and they got the answer right. And that just reinforced this idea that I had nothing of value to say to anyone. And unfortunately, that stuck. And I carried that idea onto early adulthood, and that affected my self-confidence. So ask yourself, why do I have low self-confidence? And then ask yourself, where did this idea come from? And try to remember like the first time you encountered this problem or belief, and then look at another time you may have encountered the same problem or belief. And that's it. So that's the 5 steps. So I'll quickly go through them again. Number 1 is look at ways of increasing your vibration. That's really important. Number 2 is to work your way through the fear by setting yourself small personal challenges. Number 3 is creating your own affirmations or looking at guided meditation, specifically around confidence. Number 4 is power poses. Number 5 is working on your limiting beliefs. Now, as I said, everything that I've spoken about is available on an information sheet, and you can get your copy by typing the words "I am confident" in the comments below, and I will send that to you via Messenger. So that's all there is for me for today. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.